Hey, how are you doing? We are on an adventure. And by we, I mean, it's just Coco and I. Stick around if you want to see what we're up to. If not, I don't know, watch something else. We are out in a state forest in Minnesota, enjoying the fall colors. Look at that back there. That's just beautiful. And just, you know, the idea that summer is ending was just giving me anxiety about, hey, we got to get out and do something. And, you know, the kids, they've got activities going. Our oldest now is driving, so he can kind of take care of himself and get himself to where he needs to be. And anyway, I was the only one that was really interested in going, so here we are. How you feeling about it, Coco? She's enjoying it, as always. She likes being out. Don't let her fool you. The temperature... Oh, she's got to say hi now. She knows we're talking about her. Yes. Oh, yeah. Get some doggy snuggles. Some doggy snuggles. Yeah. Okay, she needs some water, I guess. Probably. This is how we do it. We just... A St. Bernard, the way their mouths work, if she drinks from a normal bowl, it just gets filled with slobber so fast. So we find that is a much easier way to do it. And we don't have a bowl for things to drop into or whatever. Oh, we're losing our water. Actually, inside, we've lost a couple of electronics from things falling off the counter into her bowl. That's not good. Another topic entirely. So I just got back from a, I don't know, it was probably about a 5-6 mile mountain bike ride. I haven't done that in a while. I do enjoy it quite a bit. And out here in the forest, there's a lot of forest roads, so I was going down all those trails and things, and found a little lake. Would love to get closer to it, but there aren't really many spots. So yeah, here's you can see kind of where we're at. It's just basically a gravel pit, and there are tons of these in the Minnesota State Forest, probably other state forests as well. This is the first time we've stayed in one like this. But on my ride, I found a ton of spots that I hope to check out, maybe even this year. Because I don't think fall colors have peaked yet, so maybe we'll get out again. And this is actually pretty close to home, so that's all good too. So this video doesn't really have much of a point other than, hey, we're out doing stuff. But I thought I would give some updates on where some things are at. How things are going. As a lot of people know, some big changes we've been working on is our battery bank system. We just converted to lithium iron phosphate from lead acid AGM batteries, and it's just amazing. It's actually been a little bit warm or humid, so we actually ran the air conditioner quite a bit yesterday when we got here. And you know, batteries are about 50% right now. Not getting a lot of solar. You can see it's pretty overcast, so that's just the way it is. But with lithium, it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna hit a couple of items just real quick. If she thinks I'm talking about somebody else. Yeah. What, girl? What is it? What is this? All right, we might have to take a snuggle break. We'll continue with this in a little bit. Well, that break ended up being a little bit longer. We ended up having lunch. And now it's in the afternoon and it's raining a little bit, so we're probably not going to stand outside too long. But so anyway, I thought I would just update you on a couple of things on our bus. The battery system, what's going on with that? How do we feel about it? My bus bar situation and how I'm managing all that, because we were getting some heat there. And I want to show you something with Venus OS, the touchscreen display inside. I've been playing around with something that I found online, and it's pretty cool. You might be interested if you use Victron components. Maybe I'm forgetting some other things, but if you want to see other things, now's the time to put something in the comments, because it's getting in the fall. I'm running out of things to record about, so if there's things you want to know, put it down in the comments below. I'd love to make a video on it. Anyway, to the batteries. All right, first off here, we still have that giant yellow thing there. That's our generator. Still got to have it. We've got all this solar, yes. But as you can see, it's cloudy and rainy. If we want to make hot water, want to cook inside, because we do all electric cooking, I only want one fuel on here, and that's diesel. I don't want to carry around propane, none of that other stuff. So, means sometimes we still got to run that. So I ran that for a couple hours today. But with these batteries, we don't have to run it very long, because it soaks up the power so fast. It's not even funny. So some updates here. I covered all of my bus bars with this cable wrap. You can see in here a little bit what we got going on. They're just a tick warm, nothing crazy. I may zip tie these eventually. Still kind of a mess. I'm thinking about adding, actually I'm thinking about a lot of things. I'm thinking about actually pulling this out and making this piece of wood taller, so it goes over this, and then I can put another piece of wood over top of it. And that will let me use this pretty much as storage, as a shelf to, you know, store this cable without it being the way it is. Ooh, that got a little warm. From the generator, not from anything, not from the batteries or anything. So those are some things I'm thinking of. Oh, on the battery balancer, so far I have it being connected all the time. I haven't bothered disconnecting it yet. I still haven't done a proper top balance on this, like made sure every cell group was exactly at 3.65. I just don't see the point. It's a lot of, the only reason to do it would be if I'm going to do another capacity test, and I don't know that I am. With the kind of lazy one that I did, we got almost 99% capacity. I believe there's at least 100%, maybe more in here. I'm fine with it. I don't plan on using all 100% anyway, so what's the point? The Dali BMS, that is so far working great. I have heard some people say, boy, that's a little scary, isn't it? Because it fails, the MOSFETs fail closed. But I'm only charging to 28 volts right now. I'm not even charging to 28.6 or 28.8. I forget exactly what it is to get to 3.65. We're only getting to about 3.5, 3.55. I'm okay with that. And as long as the batteries are in general balance, it's not a problem. And I think that's one of the advantages here of having 4 cells together. One individual cell can't run away. It would have to take all 4 of them with it, which is a substantial feat, which I don't think would generally happen. Okay, here is the other thing I've been playing around with, is this bus bar. Check this out. I teased this on a short a while ago. I didn't end up going through with it. This is a Harbor Freight sorter, like for screws and stuff. There's a piece of HDPE plastic behind you, or actually 2 layers, so it's secured. You know, it's not going anywhere, as they say. And I've got the 3/8 inch bus bar behind there, and I've labeled it. See, here's my, you know, positive, here's the negative. I think this looks so much nicer than what I had there before. If people are interested in how I made that, I did record video on it. I may put it out there Let me know if you want to see how I did that. If not, maybe I won't even put it out there, because some people are saying, you know, that's dangerous, that's bad, whatever. I don't, so far I feel like that's a lot safer than what I had there before. I mean, these bus bars here, I mean, they're plastic too. Like, this is just the 12-volt rail. This is 24, this is ground. I mean, this is plastic as well. That's plastic. Now again, I have a backing on here, an HDPE backing. Let me see, so you can see what's going on there. I have 2 layers of backing. Okay, enough about that. So I've just been going crazy with this 3/8 inch aluminum here. I extended these out because the problem I was having was the bolt holes for the BMV, the Victron BMV, were too big for the lugs that I had, and I didn't want to drill away the lugs, the lug material, because then I would have less contact area with the lug itself, and I don't want to generate heat. And that's what this entire project has been about, is about reducing heat in the system, trying to keep it as safe as possible. So that's kind of where I've been going with that. Anyway, so that's a little bit on there. I still plan on trying to clean up some of these wires a little bit more. I know it looks a little Frankenstein-y. It's a prototype that's always in production, or always being worked on. One of these days, maybe I'll rip it all out and spray paint it and make it look really nice. We'll see. So that's enough on the electrical bay. If you got any questions on any of that stuff, leave a comment down below. I love talking about this kind of stuff. Yeah, lots of things like that. On the engine, I'm not going to, I don't know, I got my bike rack on here, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to open it up. But on that oil change that I did, the Amazon oil, I think it was the Miles All Spec is what we used. It's been working great. My oil consumption is way down. And actually the engine's been starting better. I think the block temperature was probably around 40, or not 40, probably about 50 degrees when we started it up. Fired right up, all cylinders, no issues. You know, normally sometimes I got a couple of cylinders that aren't lighting right away. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or I'm just running it more. I know these engines, if they're not run, problems happen. So that's one reason why we took the bus out as well. We got to keep it exercised. All the systems are way happier when it gets used. I think that goes with about any vehicle. What is that, Coco? She doesn't like being left out. Yeah. That's all you need to know right there. Little tail wag. She's a happy girl. Coco, I wonder if you would like Leroy. That's Scott Crosby's St. Bernard. The bus grease monkey. Coco, you think you'd like Leroy? He's only got one eye, but he's still pretty cute. Yeah, you are probably a little too old for him. Let's go inside. I want to show you something. Okay, so those of you that are familiar with the Victron system, or the Victron dashboard and all that stuff, you know, this is a screen everybody seems to love, and myself included. But check this out. You're probably seeing some things. If you're familiar with this, you're probably seeing some things you haven't seen before. You're seeing these little graphs here. This is something called GUI mods. It's actually overlaying, and I've been actually trying to improve the user interface on this. So this actually looks a little bit different than even how it does if you were to download it today. Maybe my changes will get merged back in, but anyway, what this is showing is, let's say like the PV charger here, this little graph is showing how much of our total capacity are we using, our AC. So the AC is showing how much are we actively using. So let's say, I'm gonna turn on the electric cooktop and watch this. See that? That just jumped up to let us know, you know, how much of our inverting capacity are we using? How much? Where's our AC loads at? To just kind of give us an idea of where are we at on our capacity as far as inverting. This is how we doing on our total battery draw capacity, all that kind of stuff. And there's a gauge that shows up when we're using, oh yeah, when we're doing that. So here's the other thing that's pretty cool. Check this out. So there's kind of a hidden button in here now where I can set the AC input current limit just right here. You can't do normally this stuff with the stock Victron touchscreen. You can with GUI mods. There's another button you get, this right here. I use this quite a bit too. Inverter mode is on. That means if the generator is running or we're on shore power, it's gonna work normally. It'll pull power from shore, or we can go inverter only. And you can do all this stuff, but normally you have to go deep into the menu system to set all this stuff. You have to, it basically gives you access to all these. So we'll turn that back on. So here we'll dive in here. It's in settings, I think. Oh, it's in display. Yeah, display and language. And here's GUI mods. So here's all the different stuff you can do. So you can turn this stuff off, you can turn it on. You can set the AC input limit presets. So those are pretty cool. So I have one for at home, that's the 15 amp. Then I have one for the generator, that's the 45 amp. The other ones are just there. You can set the temperature scale for things. You can change to 12-hour here, although it doesn't seem to be working right now. I don't know. Yeah, and then here are the power gauges. So you can set. We're trying to do a YouTube video here. Could you just be a little quieter? This is why we give you drinks outside, isn't it? That's all right. She's so sweet. That's right. She's coming in here for snuggles again. Okay, anyway, so here's where you can set all the power meters and all that stuff. So I have all this set for our system. So that's pretty cool. And we'll jump back out to the main view here. So there you have it. You can look it up. Just type in Venus OS GUI mods. You'll find it. You do have to be fairly familiar with Linux file system and SSH and all that stuff to install it. Maybe I'll do a video on doing that. If that's of interest to you, leave a comment down below. Maybe I'll do one of those. I don't know. Before we go outside, so that's pretty cool over there. Really excited about that. Before we go outside, I want to show you what we're playing around with our dinette. As you can see, it is yet again different. What have we done here? This has gotten shorter. This is only about 16 inches wide now. This little bench here, you can see I don't have it secured down. It's still kind of playing around with it. You can see what I did here. Just stapled some leather to here. And actually this is real leather. This is actually the back of this couch. So when I worked on this and I've resized all that, I took the backing off and I kept it. My plan was to use it for this and it looks perfect. It's really nice. You can tell a big difference between that and this normal vinyl there. This is real leather here, so that's pretty cool. And this still works just fine. We can store all of our cooking stuff in there. Again, we do electric cooking mostly. We rebuilt the table here. I added a nice lip all the way around the edge. This is oak, stained it, polyurethaned it. I'm not super thrilled with the finish, but maybe I'll sand it down and finish it in here like usual fashion. Kind of rushed it a little bit. Ended up doing 2 supports down here. No support down the middle. It would have been nice, it's way more stable if I have a support straight down on the floor. But then, because of how small this is, it's tough for 2 people to sit here. And I am thinking about shrinking this as well. This is still about 20 inches deep. And this is about 16, so we would get 4 more inches of clearance over there. And our thought here is, Jen and I have been talking, is really all we're looking for here is like something to play cards on. something to, eat at. We've really only ever used it for 2 people. And right now it's just me. And I'm, as you can see, I'm doing some work and things. But yeah, this is so far working pretty good. I really like my surface that I put together here. Here, we'll get a little more of a profile view on it. Coco, what's going on there? Oh, watch this. She's gonna jump. There she goes. She goes from couch to couch. That's usually where she sits when we're driving. She'll sit there for hours. I'm pretty happy with the way this is working out. We're going to continue to refine it. This is maybe a little bit too long. It overhangs a little bit too much. I don't know. Things. Let's go head outside. Now that we're back in the great outdoors here, I wanted to talk about, I know this video is all over the place, wide ranging, and maybe that's going to turn a lot of you off. I don't know. But I'm not going to share where this video is, where we're at exactly. You could probably figure it out with some Google Map research maybe, and that's fine. But there's been a lot of talk about free campsites like this being shut down because people are leaving trash and garbage. And you know what? I don't know if you can see that. There's some over there. There's some plastic stuff, and I'm going to take care of that. I'll probably clean that up as best I can. But with so many new RVers out there and all this stuff, there's a lot of campsites that are just being left trashed, and I don't want to see more of that. It's not that I think any of you would do that, but I used to, when I would find cool places, I would put them on iOverlander or freecampsites.net. I'm not going to do that anymore, and I imagine a lot of you aren't as well. I wish there was a better way to have, like, I don't know, vetted boondockers, like I don't know, people that would respect the campsites, like you could share them. I don't know of a good way to do it without opening it up to everybody and anyone could go. So for the time being, what I'm doing is the same thing that like Fate Unbound, I know they have stopped doing this as well. And I'm doing the same thing they did. I'm just looking at state forests, national forests, and following the forest roads and seeing what I see. And the thing I've noticed is a lot more campsites are accessible than you would think they are. Maps from the aerial satellite view, it's just really hard to get a sense for what's accessible and what's not. You don't know how high the trees are. I mean, the trees may form a canopy and you can't even see roads or campsites that are actually there. So sometimes we do more scouting. I'll take the truck out and we'll just go exploring. Oh, here she comes. You know what? I think that's enough ranting for one day. Hope you're having a great time. Get out there, enjoy the fall colors wherever you are. Get out there, do something. She's telling me we got to go for a walk or something. So love hearing from you guys. Subscribe, share this. I don't know if it's shareable. I don't know. I'm doing a lot of crazy things. We might be doing some fun things this winter, spring, who knows. Yeah, I'm rambling. Have a good time.